All right, last time I introduced this guy as the winningest Husky of all time, and now I get to say a Husky of Honor here on the podcast in Alex Caravan. So Alex, appreciate you as always coming back on.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, so we'll let you pick your adventure for today's podcast. You want to start off with senior day stuff, or you want to talk basketball first?
Let's talk basketball first.
All right. We'll talk basketball because it was a big week of basketball for you guys, especially since we last spoke. You went on the road to Villanova to kind of kick off the past week here. How important was that game coming off that loss to Creighton, knowing what you had coming up to with St. John's and Seton Hall?
No, it was a big time game for us. Obviously, one, we had to respond. We had to play way better than we did against Creighton and just respond at the level that this team knows that we could play at. And going into a tough environment, we knew how important that game was. But it was more so just trying to compete for a championship, just knowing we put ourselves in the position that we did when we lost to Creighton and gave St. John's, the lead in the standings, and knowing how good of a team St. John's is, knowing how good Villanova is, we can't afford to lose any more games if we want to compete for the championship. So, really, just our mindset. Coach was talking about it. Treat it as a playoff game. Go in there, playoff games, and really just focus one game at a time.
Yeah. So you pull off the win there, then get a couple days before you obviously get a big rematch against St. John's, team you're battling with for the Big East regular season championship here.
Yeah.
Knowing what they did to you guys the first matchup at MSG, what was kind of the mindset heading into this one this past week at home?
Yeah, it was really just defensively. We felt like at MSG we gave them a lot of free points. We gave them a lot of easy buckets, and that really fed into the crowd. That really fed into their momentum and helped change the game into their direction. So more so this time we want to focus in on the defensive end, making sure they had to earn every single basket, making sure that we were locked in on the scouting report wise and really do everything that we were supposed to do, and we definitely did that.
Yeah, that game in Hartford, probably one of the best crowds I've seen at a game in a long time. You've been playing in a lot of these games in Hartford. It was your last one. Pretty good way to go out there with a crowd like that in Hartford.
I was gonna say, I think that's up there as like the best crowd that I've had in Hartford, which is special. Just
Yeah.
how loud it was in there, just the plays that we made, and just how it was really loud for a full 40 minutes, which was amazing. And I'm trying to think of other games where it was
I was gonna,
popping like that,
I was gonna say
but
the Marquette one a couple years ago.
I was also say like the top five matchup when
Yeah.
Marquette came in. That's the other one that stands out to me, but. It's hard. I mean, when People's Bank is full and it's loud, and you got two really good teams playing against each other, it's a special place.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite plays in the place really lit up was it where Tarris kind of he picks off a pass, steals the ball, you get the ball, then outlet it to down the
Uh,
court for Braylon for the three. Then I
yeah,
think they blow the goal horn. It's a timeout. What was going through your head after that there?
I was hype. I was hype just knowing how loud that place was. And I knew it got us going when Braylon Mullins was celebrating with me because I had never seen him celebrate yelling, chest bumping me. I never seen that out the kid. So I was like, oh, we good right now. Like we got Braylon hyped. This is nice. So it was fun. It was fun.
You hear that goal horn that goes off now? Because that's a new thing in Hartford, that like the old Whalers goal noise there.
I feel like people from stores hear it when it goes off. It's so loud, it's crazy. Like it's actually crazy. I don't know. I didn't know how it got introduced. I don't know why. It's cool. I
Yeah,
don't mind it. It's very loud though. But other
yeah,
than
it
that, it's
is.
good.
It is. One thing that looking back at these past two games in particular, especially St. John's and Seton Hall, both physical teams, and I know when we spoke last time, we talked a little bit about inbounds plays and working on maybe not making the perfect play, but getting the ball in just quicker. It seems like these past two games in particular, things have gone a lot smoother. What kind of adjustments do you think you all made heading into these games, knowing you're going up against some of these more physical teams that are going to press you on the inbounds there?
Yeah, I mean, it starts in practice. We did a lot of different drills, whether that's just, working on getting open in the inbounding, making decisions in shorter windows, full court passing, just different stuff like that. So we worked on it a bunch, and It was also film. I think in film helped us a lot too, just rewatching some of the plays that we messed up on or realizing what we could do better. So, just realizing guards got to get open and I got to trust the guards to throw it to them in tighter windows. So that's all it really was, just making sure that we're on top of that. And, I thought for the most part we did a
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah, no, definitely. Uh, of late, the bench minutes in particular seem like they've really become a lot more valuable, where you're getting a lot more production out of these guys. What have you seen from them over the past, couple of weeks here that's really kind of turned the page a little bit more?
They're the key to us right now. They're really the key to us to winning. And really, it started in Nova. In
Yeah,
Nova, when the bench came in, there was no drop off. St. John's, we got out to that early lead. We were up 7 before some of the bench guys came in, and I remember Malachi making plays in there and
yeah,
just really elevating the lead even more. So these guys are showing no drop off. Eric's gotten he's like probably the most improved player on our team. Just seeing how much he's gotten better since the beginning of the year, and Stewie, when he's healthy, he's making shots for us. J. Ross, he's been electric for us. So really, these guys are awesome, and we need the bench if we want to win, and they've definitely showed up for us.
yeah. I was gonna ask about Jaden because you've been around him for a while here. You've seen him in practice. We all haven't necessarily seen him get a ton of minutes throughout the past couple of years, but it seems like of late here, he's just really emerged as a guy, especially defensively, that's making plays. When you guys are getting out in transition, he's really able to help you guys push the ball up the court. What have you seen from him of late?
He's been awesome. He knows his calling card for us is defense, and he knows how many different how many different plays he can make for us, just the little things that he does, and they really go a long way for us. And getting those defensive stops, getting those athletic plays in transition, making a catch and shoot three, like those plays, we need players like that. And if you want to win a championship, you got to get those type of players, and J. Ross definitely is. And for him just to be that spark off the bench just makes everyone else's life so much easier.
Yeah. So yesterday against Seton Hall, I mean, obviously you go through all the pregame festivities and all. And we'll get to that after, but I want to just start by talking about the game itself a little bit. I mean, you played amazing. I mean, you went off yesterday. What was going through your head throughout that game yesterday? Because it seemed like you really took charge.
Really, just, at the end of the day, yeah, there were great festivities and, last Gampel game, all of that, but more so, it was an important game for us if we want to win a championship. And winning a championship is more important to me than, as great as the festivities were, I'd rather win a championship. So it's like, we'll say it like that. But I mean, just doing everything in our power to get a win. And I mean, credit Seton Hall though, they came in, they were on fire.
Yeah.
They were playing a great game. So and we knew it wouldn't be easy too. We've always had battles with Seton Hall, and they're always a tough, scrappy team.
Yeah. What does it just say about this team as this year has gone along? It seems like no matter what the score is, if you guys are down as the game gets on, you guys always seem to just have that confidence to be able to not buckle, not let it get too big of a deficit, and then, come back and pull out these wins. What does it say about this team that you're able to just maintain your composure and pull out these wins?
I think it's just we all have a will to win. We always find a will to win, and that's something that you need. And no matter how good or bad the game's going, we're finding a way to win. So I think it's a great trade for us, and we obviously need it to continue. But whether it's a shootout game or whether it's just a slow, scrappy game, like we've won in so many different ways, and I think that's just a credit to how great this team is, and the position that the coaching staff puts us in.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the festivities now because we got a little bit. I know you don't like talking about yourself a ton, so I'll go easy at the start here because there were some other seniors who got honored with you yesterday. So I want you
Yeah.
to go down the list here and tell us something that we might not know about these guys. So let's start with Dwayne.
Dwayne, that's my travel guy. So like when we travel, I'm always with him. But
Okay.
he's funny. He's funny. He's quiet, but like once you get to know Dwayne, he's one of the funniest people. He's he's just super positive. He's always checking on everybody. He's just a great person. And one weird thing about him is I will say he loves walking to and from like our apartment in the facility. Like it's probably like a mile, I want to say, like
Okay.
maybe a little more than a mile. So like we land at 3 a.m. He's walking back. I'm like, we're offering you a ride. He goes, no, I want to walk. It's snowing outside. He
Yeah, it's
wants to
free.
walk. I'm like, what's wrong with you? So he's a big walker, and
All right.
but no, he's a great person. I love that kid, and as a competitor too, he's super competitive.
Yeah. All right. I like that. See, we're getting to know these guys a little bit more. All right. Let's go to Alec next. Give us something we don't know about him.
I think I said it before, where he's probably the most popular opposing
Yeah.
player in opposing arenas. So that's something. He's hilarious. He's another funny guy. I think he's one of the few teammates that I've had where he's just like fit in right away and just like had a relationship with everybody from the jump. Just
Yeah.
like it just seemed so natural and like it took no time and I think that speaks to his personality. I think you see how great of a locker room guy he is. You see him on the bench just celebrating and really, hyping us up and even just giving us pointers of what he sees. And he is the commissioner of our football league.
All
So,
right.
so I still have that competitive side of him. He's had my number in national championship games. So I'm looking for my get back as the playoffs start this season for us. But he's an awesome guy. You could relate to him. You could really talk to him, and he is another guy. He's been around in college basketball, and he knows what he wants, and he's just a competitor too.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to Malachi next.
Tio, he's crazy. Yo, he has this weird sense of humor about him that just like he's just fun. Like I'm saying they're all funny, but like he's just like he has this weird sense of humor where it's like he's someone you want to be around all the time, and he's someone that you could poke fun at him, and then he's just gonna come up with some crazy joke after back. But he's great. He's great. Um he doesn't talk about it as much though with the Dayton UConn game. He doesn't
Mhm.
talk about that as much, but
Okay.
I
Good.
do mess with him about the 12U game, the Boston Bobcats New York Galaxy. I talk to him a lot about that, and I think you really see who he is and his personality when he takes the court. Just seeing
Yeah.
the plays that he makes. I was dying. He had the and one. He had the steals and the and one against St. John's. Ran down the sideline and PBA started high fiving
I
fans. I
I
was
saw that.
like,
He's high-fiving the fans up and down the sideline
exactly.
there.
I'm like, that's Malachi for you. Like someone that's gonna make the plays, the Euro against Florida, and then the celebrations. That's
Yeah.
Malachi for you. So he's a great person. I love that kid.
All right. And to wrap it up, you got to give us something about Tarris.
Jeez, he has so many hobbies. It feels like he will. I mean, he's one of the healthiest people I've ever been around. So that's something I've really taken note from him. Just his
Really?
diet. Yeah, his diet is crazy. So his diet, he's super strict on his diet. He does so many different exercises on his body to like be functionable, and I guess you could see why he moves the way he
Yeah.
moves in some place. Um he's big on honey, and I know like he gets the bear nickname and all
Yeah.
that stuff, but like he could take shots of honey at halftime. He buys what's it called? He's had people try it recently. Ice cream for bears. Ice cream for
Oh,
bears he buys, and he's a big fan of that. Everyone knows about his saxophone thing,
yeah.
but he has so many different hobbies, but at the same time, he's solely focused on keeping the main thing. So you could really talk to Terrace about so many different things of life and really try to like see what he's thinking. Some of his takes do be crazy, whether that's like thinking who's the greatest player of all time or who are superstars in the NBA. We've had bad
What's
arguments
his
about that.
craziest hot take there?
What did he say? He compared Trey Young to Michael Jordan one day, and I don't know how he did that. So that was I don't know how it got to that point, but um, no, but like he does so many different things. It feels like, but at the same time, like you could talk to him about anything,
Yeah.
but more importantly, like if it's basketball involved, he's gonna make sure basketball is number one.
All right. I like it. I like it. We got to know these guys a little bit more. So thanks for giving us some insight. Missed opportunity. They should have let him play the national anthem on the sax yesterday. Or,
No, 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 no.
are you a new or avid golfer? Then join the Connecticut State Golf Association, the largest golf community in the state. If you like tracking your stats or competing against your buddies, then visit getahandicap.usga.org. That's getahandicap.usga.org and become a member of the largest golf community in the state. Once a member, download the United States Golf Association GIN mobile app featuring stat tracking, course maps, GPS, games, scorekeeping, and Apple Watch integration. Golf is an amazing game that brings people together. As a member of the Connecticut State Golf Association, you'll be connected more than ever to the game you love and have access to exclusive member benefits. Once again, to join, visit getahandicap.usga.org. That's getahandicap.usga.org and become a member today.
Oh, no, definitely
Um,
not.
so now we'll talk about you a little bit here. So just take us through what was going through your head heading into yesterday, knowing that it was going to be your senior day. I know you went through it a bit last year, but knowing that like this was it for real this time.
Yeah, it was tough knowing that it's my last Gampel game. You know, it's tough. It was tough for me to think about just how much I love this place, just how much I've invested into UConn and just being around this program for so long. It was tough for me, and I tried preparing myself, not days. I'd say like after St. John's, like trying to prepare myself, like envisioning like the senior day moment to like not be emotional and just like get that emotional side of thing out the way so I could focus on the game.
Yeah.
It didn't work. I was the moment came, I became emotional. But UConn, it means a lot to me, and I think you know, having those emotions and for people to see those emotions from me who doesn't show much emotion just speaks volumes to how much I love UConn.
Who cried more, you or Coach?
He's saying he cried more because he's seen me cry, but I'm saying I cried more because I saw him cry. So I'm not sure. I think at the end, we were both just babies out there. We were both babies just crying,
Yeah.
and
No.
um, it was special just to be in center court with him, with my family, and
Yeah.
just really celebrate. Coach changed my life, and I try to repay him every single day.
Yeah, no, you guys been through a lot together, so I can only imagine. Before even the senior day stuff, I gotta say I like the college game day interview. So you were doing that during warm-ups? Is that like what you were doing?
Yes, I was. So they asked me to, so of course I said yes. College game day.
Yeah.
Love watching college game day. So um, I found out it was in Florida. So like I kept getting booed. I'm like, why do I keep getting
Yeah.
booed? Like, yes, I know we beat Florida this year, but like y'all stopped my way of trying to get it to a three-peat.
Yeah.
Like you guys you guys beat me last year. Like I did nothing wrong. And it's not like I'm like out there saying bad stuff about Florida. No,
Yeah.
I respect Florida. I just didn't expect the boost. But
Yeah. Well,
no, but
yeah,
that
if you go on like the YouTube of it, you got Florida fans in your backing now. So as long
I
as you're
do.
not playing them, it seems like you've won them over.
I appreciate that. I mean, they got a great fan base and a great program. And so, last year and this year was always a tough challenge against them. But
Yeah.
I will say it was tough doing that interview. I'm thinking of what to say while warming up and being out of breath a little bit, moving, dunking, shooting. It was a good challenge for me.
Yeah, no, it seemed like a very interesting way to do the interview. So
Yes,
definitely different.
exactly.
Um, so the Huskies of Honor piece, did you have any idea about that going into it? Any like even if you didn't know 100%, did you have like anything in the back of your mind that maybe was happening?
I wanted it to happen, like in the back of my head, but I
Yeah.
had no idea. Apparently, my parents knew. Apparently, my girlfriend knew. Apparently, all these people knew except for me. So I was like, no one wanted to tell me.
No.
But it was a good surprise. What was I gonna say? It was a good surprise. It's a great honor, and I think during practices, I will say I kept looking to see if like that black curtain was up there, and it
Yeah.
was never up there. So I'm like, all right, why is it going to be up there before we play now? Like it wasn't there yesterday. They got to set it up somehow, and to see it once the senior day stuff happened, it was special. And to be a Huskies of Honor is something I never would have thought of ever happened. Never would have thought it happened. Just who I was as a player coming into UConn and never thought I'd have as much success as I did. It's special. And to always go up there, not always go up there, always come to Gampel and just see my name up
You'll
there
always
is
be up there, yeah.
special. I'll always be up there. It's really, I think that's just what's special too. Is stores, Hartford will always be a home for me, and I think that's what I cherish the most. Is anytime I come back to campus, one, I'll see my legacy up there, but also, I just have such a great appreciation for the fans and for this brand, and so just to always call it home is something I wouldn't trade
Yeah,
for.
it's got to be particularly cool. I feel like for you, they've done a number of these Huskies of Honor ceremonies over the past few years that you've been there. So to now be a part of one yourself after seeing them all probably has to be pretty surreal.
It was, and to be the first one that's actively still playing is
Yeah,
special. And um, yeah, I never thought it would happen. I mean, every single day in practice, like you're just looking up there, like as a freshman, sophomore, like hoping to have a career like some of those guys have had,
yeah.
and um, to actually fulfill that and actually do that is it was a crazy dream for me, and for that to come true is special. So, um, I think it just speaks to how special this program is, and just how hard it is to do it at UConn too, with all those great players.
And what do you get? A nice jacket out of the thing too? Is that
I
what you got?
did. It got a little side peach Huskies of Honor right there. It's a big jacket. I like it. Almost like a varsity jacket, one of
Yeah,
those things. So,
there you
super
go.
nice. I'll rock it. I'll rock it once um our season's over.
Oh, okay, all right. I was thinking you got to like try to intimidate opponents, like showing up to the NCAA tournament in the jacket there.
I can't do that. I gotta wear. I'm gonna wear what the team wears.
All
Can't
right, all right.
can't can't.
You're too humble. You're too humble. After you go through all of the ceremony and stuff, like how do you just mentally kind of put that in the back of your brain and just kind of flip over to having to compete and play in a game?
I think I was trying to do that on warm ups. Like coach was even telling me in the half court line, like lock in, lock in. We got a game. We lock in. We got a game. Like we both got to lock in. And but I think once the ball goes up, you realize how you're just playing basketball again and how important the game is. And as great as that was, as honored as I am, as privileged, and something I'll never forget. I do want to win a championship. So. Um, just added on to that, adding on to like my last Gampel game, I think adding on the championship piece, like you get that switch in your head where it's like, all right, you got to go out there and just play.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. The Husky Ticket Project had something going out outside where they got a bunch of people signing the banner for you. I signed it, so you've got at least
You
one
did?
signature of value on there. But what was it like getting to see that after the game and just see the way the fans have just supported you, throughout the time here?
That was special. I think that's another piece that made me super emotional is the fan support. Just hearing them chant my name, seeing students shirtless with my last name, just seeing all of that in the banner. I
Yeah,
wrote some of the banner. It's at home right now, Massachusetts home, so my dad's like gonna hang it up somewhere. But it's special. I mean, the fans they really make and drive this place to be special. Just the home environments, traveling away to away games, hearing the UConn chants all the time, and just having our support through the good and the bad. I think that's what's extremely important. And to leave a legacy and to leave an impact at UConn to where the fans want to do a banner and want to go out there and sign, it means the world to me. And we always want to go out there and just repay you guys with championships.
no, definitely a lot of cool stuff that went on yesterday. So I hope you were able to enjoy it all and really soak it in because it's truly a special day, I think.
Absolutely. No, it was super special and got to spend time with family after, got to see my teammates and got to celebrate after. Got to
Yeah.
celebrate after the game.
All right, I've got to ask. This is random because as I saw a bunch of like the old photos of you out there, you used to be number 21. Is that what you used to be? And now you're 11. What happened to switch it there?
I was 21 pretty much my entire life, like since middle school. Like I'm seeing those 12U videos go around
Yeah.
of me and Bobcats. My friend sent them to me. So I was 21 then. Wore 21 in high school. Everything AAU.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come to UConn. We're 21. Nope, Adama Sanogo got it. I can't take it. I'm like, damn. Okay, now I got to change my number. What do I change it to? And 11 was available, and I felt like 11 was my number. Just um, mainly because it's my birthday. My birthday is November 11th, so it's
Okay.
11/11.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
I felt like 11 was like given to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? I can't take 21 from Dama. He's a junior. I'm a freshman. He doesn't even probably know who I am, and can't take that number from someone like him. So change it
Yeah.
to 11.
Yeah. No, no. You guys aren't like professional, like baseball players that could, like gift someone a Rolex or whatever to get
Exactly,
to get the
and
jersey number.
no NIL back then too,
Yeah.
so I didn't have the money to, yo, Dama, I'll give you $10,000. Like,
Yeah.
no.
No, no. Basketball season's back, and just like our favorite team, Martin Rosals knows the value of tradition, quality, and consistency. Since 1928, Rosals has been Connecticut's go-to for hot dogs, kielbasa, and sausages, made fresh, never frozen, using the same original family recipes that have built a lasting legacy. So before tip-off, make sure your grill lineup is ready. Look for Martin Rosals at your local grocery store or visit their retail store in New Britain to stock up for game day. This will be interesting because I'm gonna try something different for you. We don't like do games or segments on here, but I want to do one with you. I know one of the things that's popular online now is to do the blind ranking. So I pulled five of my favorite Alex plays throughout the years here, and I'll show them to you. And I want to do the blind rankings here. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Let me.
I messed this up big time in Biggie's Media Day.
All right. And if you're listening to this, you'll want to go to YouTube and then you can see it. And I'll give you a little description. So this is the end of the game in the or half end of half at Final Four against Miami.
Mm.
All right. So where are we putting that in the top five?
That's tough. That's a good one already.
See, I
Halftime
planned
buzzer
this
beater.
out very methodically here.
I'm gonna put it at two. I'm putting
Okay.
it at two, just halftime buzzer beater Miami. And it was also my first points in the Final Four.
Oh,
So I'm gonna put it at two.
all
I'm gonna
right.
put it at
I
two.
I love the hawk hands up there too. So he knew it was going through.
Hawk knew it was cash.
Yes. All right. Let's go with this one here. So this is a little bit of a sequence here, and this comes this year against Texas at People's Bank Arena. You guys in a tight one here. We go through
Jesus Christ.
we got the solo deep three there.
Yeah.
In transition here, you come and you
Mm.
ice it there. So where are we putting that one?
I'm gonna put that one at four. I'm gonna put
Okay.
that one at four. I think great little run to extend the lead and get that win over Texas. I threw Solo such a bad pass. It was crazy. Like I gave him a grenade with 3 seconds left just for him to shoot, and he made it. And then that was also like hearing that crowd pop at
Yeah.
People's Bank was also a great moment. So, but I'm gonna put it at four. I
All
like
right.
four.
So,
So
all right. So we've got two and four so far. I got to keep track. Okay.
you can't give up one this early, and
No.
I don't think that's the worst one. So we'll see.
All right, here we go. Let me get this other one ready here. So this is another little sequence of events here, but this is you guys down six at
Mm.
Kansas, and you single-handedly go on a run here to put the team up on top. You got the deep one there. Got a nice drive to the basket here.
It's like film with you. I like this. You should run our film sessions.
I don't have any embarrassing photos of myself to throw in here like a coach does, but uh, all right, so you guys are down 44-38 before you go on your own 7-0 run here to take the lead at Kansas. So where's this one going?
That's three. That's three
Oh,
for me. I
okay.
think to do it I can't put it above a Final Four, I feel like, but also I know playing there previously before too how hard it is to win at
Yeah.
Kansas and how important that game was for us. I think that was special. And to do it at a place like that, a legendary place, legendary venue, a little run to help us take the lead and really gather ourselves to push to win a game, that's gotta go three for me.
All right. All right. So here we go with number four here. Oh, hold on one sec.
So I got 1 and 5 now.
Yeah, you got one and five left.
All right.
I have a feeling I know where this one's going to end up, but we'll see what you say here. This is we're at TD Garden. We got to run out, dunk it, hang on the rim a little bit. Where's that one going?
That's one. That's got to go one for me. I think to do it in Boston, to do it going to the Final Four, to do it in that 30-0 run, um, something that, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if the 30-0 run could be repeated again. Just I hope so. I don't know, but I think that moment was crazy. So
All right. So
I'm
you
gonna
ready?
put it.
You ready to see what number five is then?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be. Let me see.
It's
All
another
right,
halftime buzzer beater here. We got the Gonzaga one with the great pass from Andre out to you there.
See, I'm cool with that being number 5 because I feel like that's more of an Andre Jackson play. So
Okay.
I'm cool with number 5 for that, but it is another halftime buzzer beater. And I actually like my rankings. I'm good with those rankings.
I think those are pretty good. I like them too.
I like
Um, I like it. So nicely done on that. As we wind down these episodes, we got to introduce some new levels of fun here. So
I
give
like that.
all right, got a few just we'll do a few to wrap here that came in from social. Donovan's getting married soon. We saw the engagement. You talked to him since the big proposal?
I did. I congratulated him. I wished him a happy birthday. That's my guy. I
Yeah.
mean, he's such a special person and he's a great human. Great human. That's crazy to say, but great person. Great person and he's super likable. You talk to him, super outgoing, loves to do stuff, and he's just a great person. And Maddie is obviously an incredible person too. I've seen her a bunch. Just as Donovan is my roommate, they would always be together. So it was special, and I'm super happy for them.
You haven't gotten to meet the dog yet, have you?
I haven't Ollie. I haven't met Ollie yet, but I've seen through Instagram how much Ollie has grown,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy. So I know he's living his best life out in Portland with those two.
definitely. All right, this one's a fun one as you look back. Funniest fan interaction you've had.
Oh, funniest. I don't know. So funny. I think always when like you have like I do what's it called? I do basketball camps for like
Yeah.
kids. So like kids will always just like ask crazy questions, like just insane questions. And those are always funny. I can't think any right now, but like those are funny. I did have one lady one time at a restaurant come up to me and was like, every time UConn makes the tournament, I cook a meal of the opposing fan base that relates to them and eat it the night before.
Oh,
And
I like
I,
that.
I remember that, but she only does that for Big East tournament and
NCAA.
NCAA. So
All
it's
right.
like I remember it was Arkansas. I always remember the Arkansas one. Like when we played them my freshman
Yeah.
year in a tournament, she made pig. She had pig the night before. But then I'm like, what do you do like when we played like St. Mary's before the Gales? Like
Yeah.
you just do like Irish food or so? Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah,
All
so
right.
she does stuff like that. I think that was just a unique one.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. All right, let's see.
Then you got Lil Red walking. Lil Red
Oh,
walking's always funny. That was good. Unfortunate, bad day on us. Bad day on us. We lost that game for him, but him walking. You just see different crazy stuff. The Silas Demery challenge that went around for a
yeah.
little bit, like you see all the different crazy stuff that UConn fans do.
Well, I think now that we know that Dwayne's a big walker, next time Little Red wants to do a walk, we'll get Dwayne out there for a mile or
Oh,
two to try
Dwayne,
and
they could. They could walk to the Big East tournament together if they want. Dwayne probably will do that.
Um, is it weird for you having like just with all this stuff in the season? Now you've got a week off before the last regular season game. Then you're gonna almost have like another week off before the Big East tournament. Is it weird kind of timing rhythm wise?
Um, it can be. It
Yeah.
can be a little weird, but I don't mind it. I actually don't mind it. Just coming from, we just came off a hard stretch
Yeah.
of at Nova, St. John's, Seton Hall, so that was a difficult stretch for us. So, to find a way to go 3-0 there, which was obviously the goal and what we needed to do
Yeah.
to do what we want to do, was important. So I think now just getting a week off to refresh and then playing Marquette at Marquette, which is always a tough environment. And as a little as like another game before the
Yeah.
big tournament, coming off a bye week, I think is good for us. So it'll be a good challenge for us.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's always a little beat up this time of the year too. So nice to get a little bit of a
Exactly.
recovery
Yeah,
break here too. Um,
exactly.
so I was reading an article that came out earlier this week. And one of the things was talking about film with Coach Hurley when he put up his like it was like a wedding photo of him and Andrea there, and used it to refer to that like a soft ass picture. Like when
Who said that?
he said that,
Oh, he said
like that was
that?
like the title that went with the photo there when he put it in there. Like, are you guys able to laugh at things like that in film, or is it like too serious
Yeah.
that if anyone laughs, he's like going to glare at you or what?
No, you can laugh. You can
Okay,
laugh at some stuff during film, which is funny. So like he'll do. I remember last game, like he did like a super old picture of Eric, which was funny. So like everyone got laughing, but
yeah,
you do know that coach doesn't like it when it's his pictures. Like sometimes like our GAs or our video people try to sneak in a picture of coach and he'll be like, all right, next slide, next slide. So we could also get a good kick out of it. But it's funny. They could be like embarrassing moments, whether it's like Andre Barry, who's one of our staff members who played for coach at Rhode Island. Like it could do like him doing a turnover, just like a air ball or like a bad shot in film heading into that category. So
okay,
we will always get a good kick out of it, or he'll like teach us a history lesson or something important for us. You know, just to be better off the
yeah,
court. So
right.
there's some funny ones.
All right, so you are allowed to laugh. All right. I was wondering if
Yes.
I'm
So
like if
yes.
he's putting
Some
up his wedding photo, calling it like soft ass picture. I'm like, all right, that is funny. So, uh,
I mean, it's a wedding photo. It's nothing soft. It's just, you're enjoying your wedding. Like, that's all.
awesome. Well, Alex, I appreciate it as always. Thanks for hopping on. I know it's been a busy and eventful week and weekend here, so thanks again for making some time here. We've still got a couple more episodes at least in us before the season's over. So
Crazy. Our season's coming over.
yeah,
And
so.
now our episode's coming over. It's sad.
Yeah, I know. So we'll keep them going. We'll keep them going. The last one, I'll make sure I get the Connecticut Scoreboard Podcast of Honor wall set up. We'll get you on there. Most minutes on the podcast. So we'll get you. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to touch it. So that record's gonna be
I
safe
don't I
for
don't
a
think
bit.
so either, which is another record you could add.
There we go. Well, Alex, appreciate it as always. Good luck out at Marquette, and we'll try to talk before Big East tournament.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.